Come on, stream. You know, after being away for a few months, I had hoped Twitch had fixed their issues here. Live. It says it's live. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I saw it drop frames and then it appeared to pick everything back up and then it just stopped. Turn the music off in the background. Okay, let's see. I was just looking at the missions. We completed our Provence mission with our reputation improvement. The only mission we have available is to improve our prestige at this point. Yay. Need 50 prestige. I don't think I'm going to get there. We got 3 national decisions that are a long ways away. Tech 12 or completed aristocratic and influence ideas or completed trade and economic ideas. One of the new possibilities to restore Al-Andalus, and there's our what we need to do that. It's not an achievement. It should be an achievement, one would think, but we have the capability of doing that here in the future. So let's take our mission. We can pull our diplomat back from Provence. And I think what I'm going to do, just to bump up my power projection, since I can, I'm going to fabricate claims on Caligari. I guess you can only do one at a time with any given nation. That leaves me with 1 diplomat free. Okay, we've managed to fight off the Tlemcen army here, the primary army. We're going to move against the remnants of the army here. In the meantime, our siege here is partway done. It's about the best I can say. Fez is going over to join there. And there goes the rest of the Tlemcen army, leaving just 2,000 men of the... You know what? I'm going to wait till they're stuck at the halfway point here. I don't want them to cancel their movement there. Okay, there they are. You can see the little lock symbol, meaning they cannot change their movement orders. Now I will crush that army when they... I'll actually get... No, I was going to say I might actually get there first. It was close. Look at those big numbers. 490. They only started with 2,000 men, and I get a couple 490 hits on them. And that we have no more opposition army, I don't think. There's 1,000 men somewhere. They built 1,000 men down in that last province there. Okay, we can just sit here and relax now. Actually, we can sit here and occupy Diteri. Since they're fabricating claims on me, I might as well take a piece of them in this war. If I can. I'll probably get too much of aggressive expansion if I take too much. Not sure what it'll come to. This siege will not last much longer. They're down to 7. And see, I could assault it now. I've got 9,000 infantry, but I'm really not in that big of a hurry. I need to refresh my stream here, my Twitch stream, because I'm not getting any picture on my side. The chat's going through, but I'm not seeing the video myself. I really had hoped after 3 months of being away, Twitch would fix some of their issues, but it doesn't appear that that's the case. Okay. As well go crush what army they've built. and occupy Dabra. This one has no fort in it either, so we'll just occupy all three of these, it looks like. Where's their fort? Their only fort appears to be in their capital. So I'll be able to march across the south, to the south, occupying province after province over there while this siege completes. All we really need is a die roll now of 8 or better. Let's see, 1 diplomat free. Look at that, our claim is really going strong there. Looks like Fez is occupying some. I'll actually give Fez some territory here. If they occupy another territory over on that side, I'd give them some. If I take anything, I really would like to get the coastal provinces to increase my naval force limits. See, he doesn't have enough troops due to, well, he has 1,000 troops. You need 3 times as many troops. Oops, we got separatists rose up. I missed that. Well, we'll take care of those in a minute. Go take care of those separatists. Peace offer. They would give me 2 provinces. Null treaties. Nope, that's not enough. The 2 provinces might be enough. Because if I'm going to take any of the Tlemcen territory, I'm going to want... oh, now see, the fort's taking things back. And we just gained 10 years of 10 additional years of separatism because they occupied these territories. This is what having a fort would help with. Let's try to get my heir killed against some separatists here. Royal marriage from Hejaz. Hey, yes, we'll take that. Way to go, Fez. Keep taking territories over there. Let's see what we can do here in a peace deal. I couldn't even take all of them as is. If we just take those, give him that. Could I take this as well? I could take that. What would that cost me? 16 diplomatic power. Conquest CB. Only 4.4 aggressive expansion? What if I add this to it? That would take me to 10 aggressive expansion. Cost me 32 power. Can I get war reparations as well? That probably put me over. Yeah, that puts me well over. You know what? Let's hold off for just a little bit here. We can occupy some more territories here to improve our war score. As soon as let's see, this one will complete first. We don't have to worry about rebels anytime soon. Did we finish our? Did our missionary finish? Did I miss it? Our missionary finished, it looks like, and I missed it. Occupy these 2 territories as well, and we'll see what we can do. We actually, we dropped because we lost control of territories, didn't we? They only have 3 territories left after these two. One of them has got a fort in it, obviously. Can I... Let's see. How do I do this again? It's been a while since I've tried this. How do I tell them to go to siege view? How do I tell them, one of my allies, to actually siege something? I forget. Now there's a way to do it. But I forget how to do it. There's a way to set a target. Let's go to... That's for the subjects. That's not where I want it. Nope, it's not there. Oh, I forget how to do this. Well, not going to worry about it, I guess. I'll figure it out at some point. I'd love to have Fez siege Kida here and give him both of those provinces. Let's go for the fort. Province screen where it says no objective, change to the nation. Okay, province screen. No object. There we go. Fez, go siege them. Thank you. I knew it was in there on that province screen somewhere. I just couldn't figure out where. I remember when I first found it when it was put into the game. But it's been so long since I've tried to do that that I forgot how to do it. Okay, we're just going to completely... I'm not going to completely dismantle Tlemcen, but I'm going to give Fez a couple territories here, strengthen them, because Portugal's trying to act strong over here. And I want at least... I would like to get 2 provinces over here, but I'm not going to make that a condition of success here. Once Fez completes the siege here and I complete the siege here, we'll peace out and see what we can get out of it. I'm not going to worry about completing a siege here. I'd have to move some ships over there, which I could do. I have some. He's only got the 4 whatever they are. Okay, there's my siege. Uthman has fallen ill and cannot handle... Oh, great. Production efficiency +5, national tax modifier -10, trade efficiency +5, monthly autonomy change. We'll go with that route. Come on, Fez. There we go. Okay, let's peace out now. Okay, I'm still going to... I can't take them all. Well, wait. Let's do this first. I can't do that. What if I take this off the table? I could do that. Could I also get some more reparations at the same time? No, but I could get some money. A little bit of money. A very little bit of money, apparently. No money. Oh, there we go. I can get 12. But that'll strengthen Fez over here. Strengthen me, and that gives me a perfect castle spot now. I think that is, how about annul treaties? Nope, that's going to be too much. That is good enough for me. We will take it. Okay, we ended up getting 0.06 of inflation, only 4.4 aggressive expansion. Fez gets a little bit more. They get 9.0 aggressive expansion. Got 9 power projection. Good. And Tlemcen can lose 18 power protection. Even better. Okay. When can I actually try to integrate them? Annex them. 1460. So I still got 6 years before I can annex them. That's fine. Okay, now I can actually find a place to build a castle. If I build it in Hodna here, that would give me zones of control in Kabaya, Twitera, Lagut, and Ores. Or I could build one in Lagwood here and gain zones of control in those 5. Twitere would gain zones of control in those 4. That is actually probably technically better for a couple reasons. One, that keeps the sea route, the sea route under zone of control. I don't have to worry about, Mazab here. It's all by itself. Tugart won't have a zone of control yet, but that's fine. I won't have to worry about anything down here until I can get rid of Fazan anyway, so we are going to go ahead and do that. We have 276 gold available. We need 2, and it's also cheaper to build in Titari as well, I believe. It's not arid. Okay, so we got to do some coring first, however. There goes some more administrative points. 43, 43, and 46. So 120 admin points gone. Once those cores are done, then we can start building a castle. That's also going to alter the balance here. We can get 2,000 more army. We still can't do anything with our naval force limits yet. We didn't take any naval provinces. Okay, and that actually keeps them just strong enough to remain our rival too, it looks like. I have exiled armies. Yes, I do. Supply limit 15 there. Okay. Let's take a look and see what our neighbors think of us. Aggressive expansion -4. So the good thing is we didn't build up a lot of aggressive expansion either. Ottomans are taking out the Byzantines. It looks like Eastern Roman Empire is no more. Tunis is growing. Looks like we've got a claim fabrication completed as well. So now let's fabricate a claim on the Baleares. We got our first tech point. It is diplomatic. That will give us access to marketplaces. Speaking of marketplaces, what is our trade zone value now? It's still not much, and 1.54 is being siphoned out still. Now, we can use those marketplaces to improve our trade zone. Let's see, we got some spices in there too. What's our current mission? Improve prestige. That took us all the way up to 7. We need 50. I really... If I knew for sure there would be a mission available, I would cancel that mission. What do we have down here? Naples. What the heck are you doing down here? How did you get here? Aragon, what are you doing? Whoa. I'm not at war, okay? I'm not at war with anybody. What the heck just happened? Truce with Friesland, Lorraine. Truce with Sousse and Morocco. They are marching their armies back to Europe or something. Aragon is not at war. Castile is not at war. Portugal is not at war. They are marching their armies back. Well, now would be the time to strike. Half of their army is in exile. Half of all of their armies are in exile. Let's see if I can see the end of a war here. Let's do it this way. Scroll down. Okay, Morocco have accepted peace. Morocco will cede Garb. So Morocco lost one more territory only, it looks like. But that gives the Westerners another foothold on the African coast. Well, I don't know what their... I can't imagine they had any navy facing them unless the Ottomans were in that war. I didn't pay attention to who was in the war. If the Ottomans were in the war, they may not have any ships left or transports left. Portugal has 5,000, but they haven't. They're not marching across. I guess we could look it up here in the ledger. Navies. Military. Navies. Aragon. I can't imagine. Aragon only has 7 troop ships left. And Castile only has 5. So yeah, they did lose a bunch of ships. Castile's down to a total of 16 ships. Aragon is down to a total of... So Ottomans must have defended Morocco there. Aragon still has 23 ships total. 11 of them are galleys, however. So, yeah, they did lose some ships there, evidently. Naples is still in that personal union. We're going to get a military tech point here next, it looks like. We don't have to worry about Mazab separatists anytime soon either. That is Algerian. How many of our where's the culture map mode? Accepted culture. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of our provinces are Algerian. Shouldn't that be enough to trigger the accepted map mode? How many total provinces do I have? 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I have 20 provinces. A full quarter of my provinces are Algerian. 5 of 20 is Algerian. That should trigger the accepted map culture mode for Algerian, shouldn't it? Isn't it 20%? 25%, I mean? Or is it greater than 25%? I don't remember. Meantime, coring is going really rapidly here, which is good. Oh, finish coring them. Okay. Good. Because that will lower the unrest in all of those territories. In the meantime, the Zab unrest is down to 0, although they still have separatism until 86 now because of that successful siege. That's another thing. Building a castle here will prevent those sieges from being automatic, which will be useful. Autonomy is still at 35%. Now I could boost this. What's my total positive here? +1, +1.5, +16.5, +18, -20, -22. So I only have a total of +4 at this point. I don't want to trigger the autonomy penalty of +10. Coring is going well. Fabrication. Oh, that's the other thing. I have a free missionary. And it's down to 77 months now because my piety jumped from 101 months. So we will go and get our second starting colony, not colony, province. They were a starting province of ours. We'll go ahead and convert them now, and we'll worry about Mazab last. 6 years roughly per missionary. And at this point, I need to slow things down. I need to get my admin tech up so I can get my first idea group. And one thing I haven't had in this playthrough that I had tons of in the last playthrough are events that triggered admin power in particular, but any other power really. My first playthrough of this, I had a lot of plus 100 admin power, plus 50 Diplo power events. Haven't seen a single one of those this time. Coring 75% on most of them. Our gold reserves are good. I probably can build a marketplace or two here and still have money to build the castle. So let's take a look. Plus 12 trade power in my capital. That's a no-brainer. There's no other really huge areas to build one. Plus 1.6 plus 2.4 here. So we'll build 2 marketplaces. And our current trade in the node right now is 115 trade power with a trade value of 1. We need to bump that trade value up. Definitely need to improve the value of these provinces. Oops, I just took cost more money than I thought. I now can't afford to build it's 100 per marketplace. I knew that they had gone up. I forgot about that. So, by the time we're only getting one a month. I can actually improve that by lowering my army maintenance. I shouldn't need my army for a while. So that will be 2 years, right? Before I can build a castle now. 2.5, 5 times 6 is 30 a year. 3 years before I can build my castle now. Oops. That is fine. Diplomats, we're up to 1.02 income from our trade node. No, we're not going to build another marketplace. We still have claims on the... Well, I might as well get claims on everything that I can, right? Wonder if they've gotten through the Ottomans yet. Okay, core on Oris done. Core on Tugert done. And the other claim is at over 90%. Missionary at 10% complete. Rebel factions are low. Provincial unrest is low. Military power, military tech nearing completion. January, so less than a year before we get our military tech. I wonder if it's worth it. I think it is. An extra 12 points a year. It's a shame we didn't. That's production efficiency. Useful? Might be useful. We're big enough, right? What else do we have? Morale of navies, trade efficiency, relations. Morale of armies, reinforced speed. Speaking of reinforcement, we're at 1/3 of our manpower right now, so need to let that recover as well. I think I'm going to save my money. Let's get a castle next, and then we'll worry about what's next. Okay, coring, and there is our accepted culture. There we go. Very good. That should lower the unrest values of the Algerian territories, because they are now accepted and they get a +5 as opposed to a -8 or whatever it was before. Okay, so how many Berber territories do we have? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. 5. That's not ours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So same thing. They should be an accepted culture, right? They are an accepted culture. Okay. Perfect. So everything within our territory is an accepted culture, and that means this map mode should... Yep, it is. Good. Very good. Now, what are the cultures of these territories? Tunisian, which is fine. That's our primary culture anyway. What was it, 1460 before we can integrate them? Annex them, whatever? Yeah, December 1460. So we've got a couple years before we can annex them. Okay, Mamluks, what are you doing? You're in a war with Al-Karakainlu? Ayakainlu? Okay, these guys here. As well as who? Carmen and Rosamond. Oh, they're going to challenge the Ottomans' authority up here. That's good for me. That's very good for me. I think I'm going to set myself up. I have a diplomat free to take advantage of that. Because if they end up going to war with the Ottomans, which they're looking like they are... let's go through cert. Let's just do it this way. We'll fabricate claims on all 4 of these provinces here. Truce expiring in 66, 10 years. Not worried about that. Yes, I know I have free advisor slots. I'm not worried about them. Okay, so overall, I think it's other than the fact that Portugal still has a foothold in Africa, my first attempt at this, I managed we managed to keep Portugal out of Africa at this point. But in doing so, I did not cut Tlemcen down, and they became a thorn in my side to any kind of expansion as well. Conflict of opinion and interest over religious and secular matters between our government and nation's religious authorities has upset the clergy. Lose 10 piety, gain 10 prestige. Gain 20 piety, lose 15 prestige. I can't... You know what? We're going to gain the 20 piety. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cancel this mission and just pray that there's a better mission available in a couple years' time, whatever the penalty is, 1 year's time. But that piety bonus is going to put us up at 73% and keep those missionaries acting a little quicker. I need to convert 3 more territories, it looks like. So let's get those done. Tugartan separatists. Has to do with whether what kind of claims they already had, and if they were already considered core provinces. A lot of Aragon, I think, is considered to start as a core of Castile anyway, which gives them less AE when they're considered cores. Okay, can't do anything else with force limits at this point. I could build some more troops. I'm not going to bother with it. I want my manpower to recover anyway. My max manpower is at up to 16,000 now that those corings are done. Okay, Fazan has been discovered fabricating a claim insert. I'm not too worried about that. Okay, so I got a little bit of an aggressive expansion penalty with them. Big deal. I got 40% complete before I got discovered. Meantime, my spies against Aragon are not getting caught. I've completed 2 claims against Aragon without getting caught. I've got my 3rd one almost complete without getting caught. Okay, and there is our military tech. Yay. Next tech, we get a troop type change. Yay. In the meantime, I'm still 8 years away from my first admin tech. Yeah, need to hold off on spending any more admin points. What war just ended? Shanda with Berar. That must be, what, some of the African provinces? I don't know. Mamluks, did they peace out? No, they're still at war, but they lost their occupations. Oh, they peaced out with Karaman and Razaman, and now they're only at war with Al-Koinlu, Akanulu, or whatever it is. Not really much of a rebel threat yet. Unrest is holding steady right below 6. I'm up to collecting 1.11. The marketplaces are completed. And yeah, completed 1.11, trade power of 128 there. Sort by trade power, total trade power. Yeah, it's just such a low value. I need to improve the value. Now, I could do that if I wanted to spend development points. Monthly production income 0.05, local goods produced 0.2. So I could improve it, but I'm not ready to spend development points yet. What's my total development level now? Let's go over here to the government type. You need 1,000 total development to increase your rank to empire, and I have 116. Yay! 3 government types are the duchy, the kingdom, and the empire. Chance of new heir 100%. Income from vassals 33%. National focus cooldown -5. That's true. I could move my national focus, couldn't I? Where is my national focus now? I have no idea. Capital. Actually, moving it might be a good idea. I thought there was an icon for national focus. I don't see it. I'm going to have to look that one up. Let's take a look at the realm there. Okay. We've got our CB against Fazan. Let's get our CB against the Mamluks. I can do this because they share a sea zone here. Benghazi. And our original crop of advisors are starting to die off. National idea bonuses, national ideas. National focus. The player is able to set a national focus on one of the 3 monarch power types. The chosen power type will then increase by an additional amount of 2 points per month. Oh! Whereas, in the contrary, the other 2 monarch points will decrease by 1 point each. Ooh. So I could actually boost my admin power to +6 at the cost of 1 in each of the other areas. So that's a way to counteract getting far behind in one area or having just a bad leader. In this case, my leader just... So where do you actually do that? The national focus can be changed after at least 25 years with the current focus. Doesn't say where you change it though. It's got to be here in the kingdom screen, I would imagine, based on what it does now. But I don't see a mechanic for it. I just want to find it. I'm not going to do it right now. Nation screen. Government. There we go. Okay, you just click on the power level. Okay. Yeah, they changed that when they first introduced national focus. If I remember correctly, it used to provide a bonus to the province it was in and the surrounding provinces for development, what would now be considered development. Things like unrest would improve. So they've definitely changed how national focus works. I'm not going to bother with it at this point. Yeah, my admin is behind, but my current ruler is... he's only 43 years old. That means he would have to live to 68 to make it useful. The problem is my heir hasn't died off yet. Okay, there we go. Convert Mzab to Zuni. Well, that's next up on the list. Incorporate Jared into our country, which I can do in a couple years, or increase our control of spice. Spice provinces at least 3. I think I have 2 right now. Trade goods. 1, because I just took that one. Okay, I have 1 right now, and when I incorporate them, I'll have a second one. Where's the next nearest spice province? I don't see anything to the west until I get all the way down deep into Morocco. And I would have to go all the way over to Alexandria to get one in the east. The islands don't give me any, so I think I'll skip on the spice one for now. I can vassalize Jared when? 1460, if I remember correctly. So that might be the next one to do, because that will be doable before my missionary is complete here in Zuala. He doesn't complete until 1460, which is the earliest I could start converting the Zab. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and incorporate Jared as my next mission. That will give me a +1 diplomatic reputation when that is done. I need another couple, 8 months or so, and I can start building our castle. Okay, I have another diplomat free. Let's go ahead and fabricate a claim on the second territory down here. That would give me one more naval port. I really need to get another diplomatic tech point, it looks like, because that's when I can build, maybe. I thought that's when I could build the market, the first naval shipyard. I'm pretty sure that's when it becomes available as Naval 5. No, it's 6 before I can build it. Ugh. Okay, need lots of tech points here. We've dropped to 64th in the world from 39th. Yeah, okay, so the North African countries were certainly on the decline in this period, weren't they? What's the Ottomans doing? They haven't called me to any wars. They're fighting Razaman. Mamluks, in the meantime, have pieced out. It looks like they took one territory from Akunlu. Venice and Austria are getting ready to tangle, it looks like. What's Hejaz doing here? They've been pretty peaceful for a while, and they've got, yeah, they had a chunk taken out of them from Yemen. We have a full 4 of 4 on our diplomatic reputations. Once I incorporate Jared, that'll free up one diplomatic relationship for me. Portugal is at war with Granada and Sousse. Yeah, that's what Granada actually lasted longer than I expected. 24 years later, before they're getting swallowed up by Castile. Aragon, in the meantime, is still at peace, still leading that PU with Naples. England is still in France. Brittany has grown once again. I don't know what it is with France. I don't know if it's the AI or what's going on, but I had no problem kicking England out of France in my attempt to complete the Big Blue Blob achievement. And I did it by about this time in the game, completely eliminated England from the continent. And Brittany, Brittany swallowed Provence is what they did. It's not France that they took, it's Provence, the northwestern Provence territories. Burgundy still in it. Austria, it almost looks like Austria's lost some territory here. Maybe. Venice is actually fairly sizable. Genoa. Oh, there we go. Let's get some. I can't do anything about that. Genoese peasants. Genoa must be kind of small. Another advisor died. As soon as I have the gold to build my castle, I think I'm going to hire an advisor to boost my admin up a little bit. We now need 808 due to neighbor power. A traveling minstrel across our nation's borders. His intention is to roam our country, bringing joy to all who hear him. Gain a stability or gain prestige. Well, we got rid of the prestige mission, so we're going to take that stability. Our first positive event of the game, I think. We've had a couple neutral events and a couple bad events. I think that's our first positive event. So that +1 stability is going to give us a slight boost to our national unrest, national tax modifier, missionary strength, which will improve the 0.5%. Not much, but it'll improve the time it takes to complete their conversion, taking it down to December of 59 as opposed to, I think it was May of 60. But our rebel factions might actually start melting away as well as this unrest melts away. Yeah, it's down well below 5 now to 4.5 and dropping. We'll watch those rebel factions at 40, 30, and 10 and see what happens with them. We still have a year, 2 years and 2 months before we can do our annexation of our vassal here. Our manpower is up to 2/3 now, roughly. 9,300 of 16,000. Certainly are going to want to get that manpower back up. My military or Diplo were sufficiently ahead of the game. I'd actually spend some points on development, but we're still not at that point yet. No, time check. Time check 3:34. Probably going to run this this session through about 5 o'clock this afternoon, and then I'm going to switch gears. It is so good being able to stream again. My CPU temperature is remaining below 50 at this point, and internal temperature is I don't know, 30 or so Celsius. A little less than that, maybe. At this point, before I got that liquid cooler in, my CPU would be pounding 75 degrees Celsius at this point. Oh, we got discovered. Okay, so the Fazan must have a spy defense bonus, maybe? Is there part of their national ideas? I don't know. Ship cost minus... No. They don't. They have the same idea group as we, national ideas as we do. Thriving army industry has expired, so we lose our recruitment time and cost bonus from completing the mission. It took him almost, he was over 90% before we discovered the claim fabrication going on. Aggressive expansion is up to 18 now. I only gained a point or so of aggressive expansion from being discovered. Let us build a castle. And I've already decided that the Terri was the best place to do it, giving a bit of a choke point along the coast, giving me zones of controls in a total of 5 provinces. So that is what we will do. Takes 3 years roughly to build that castle, but it won't be instant ability to claim territory any longer on my western front. Okay, with that done, I'm going to get 50 or 60 gold saved up, and then I'm going to hire an advisor next. We have an income of 2.85. That is with a missionary running. We still have 1 or 2 provinces where that's going to happen, but the missionary cost is only half a ducat, so roughly a 3 1/4 income. Well, okay, that's with lowered army maintenance as well, but we can afford an advisor. We're going to go ahead and get one. Like I said, I'm going to build up 40 or 50 gold before I hire one, however. Force limits, any changes? 16 of 18 Army, 16 of 16 Navy, no changes there. I don't see any changes. Mamluks are still at peace. We really need them to get involved in a war here. I'm not sure what their army is like, but it's probably 3 times ours. They've got 13,000 men just on the southern border here. Okay, 18 months before we can start the annexation. Annexation will not take long, because there are only the 2 provinces. in development level of 3 and 5 respectively. I would suspect the Mamluks have an army of, I don't know, 30,000 or so. We really need them to get a war against Kara and or the Ottomans would be perfect. I don't think anything down there could really challenge them too much. I wonder, Ethiopia. I have free diplomats. Let's start spreading some goodwill out among some potential allies. Kara as well. We could fabricate a couple more claims, but we got plenty of claims right now out there. Caligari, the Belarus, Syracuse, Sirte, Benghazi, and Jufra. So we've got plenty of claims. Can't act on any of them. 30, 10, and 50. So the Tugartan separatists are starting to get a little bit more popular there. In the meantime, our unrest are all down below 4 now. I could probably lower the autonomy here. 192939. 239 minus 13 is 10. I'd be an unrest level of +2. No, because I'm going to I don't need to worry about their autonomy. I'm about ready to start a missionary over here. That's going to give me some additional unrest there. How about these guys here? That would be an unrest of 13 if I were to lower their autonomy. Now, I guess we'll just hold it as is right now. We had another advisor died. Okay, let's see what advisors are in the pool for admin at this point. Missionary would be great. Production efficiency, national unrest. We're going to hire him. And see if we get this unrest down to 0 here. Just about a year we can start the annexation process, and then it's going to be just about that same time I can start the conversion of Mazab. Actually, it'll be earlier. He's almost done. That's right. He's supposed to complete in December of this year because we boosted our piety some more. All of our people are busy. 1.13. I wonder if it would be... Probably not. Let's do a test. By boosting our trade in the Genoa. We go from a total of 1.15 trade income. Let's see what happens if we move our light ships up to the Genoa. I don't think it's going to help us any. It does. We go from 1.15 to 1.29 income. Okay. Well, that's better use of the trade ships then. I want to make sure they're going home at war, however. Okay. Next up, another conversion. Start that one. I think that's the last one, right? Nope, we have 2 left to go to achieve 100% religious unity. And how long is it going to take them? It will be completed in June of 63, barring any changes, so roughly 36 months. In the meantime, our castle's still got 600 days left. 1 year knocked off of it. And one of our rebel factions melted away. That was the religious one, however. So I expect to see another religious rebel faction pop up with the new conversion. What were they? Primary Ibadi, the same religion that the others were. Jerba and Zawara. Okay, what is going on to our west? Talimkin, no change. Allied with Sus and Tugarit. Fez, no change. We don't certainly don't have the strength to kick Portugal out, unfortunately. Portugal still truce. Grenada is no longer. Poor Grenada. I really, really need Naples to break this personal union. Or Aragon to get involved in a serious war with Castile or something. Still won't help me much. I really need Naples to break that union. I'm probably 20 years from seeing that happen still. What else can we do? 3050, diplomats, improving relations. We are now at 1.35 income, so yeah, that was definitely a much better use of my trade fleet. We don't have the trade range to really influence much at this point. I really need to unlock the trade node down here in Timbuktu. But that's going to require knowledge spread, it would appear. Advisor died, army organizer. Yeah, all of our original advisors are starting to die off of old age, it looks like. Income, even with the advisor, is still a fairly solid 2 a month. That's with missionaries running 6 months, and we can start the annexation process, and I don't expect the annexation to last more than 5 or 6 months, if that. Rebel factions holding steady at 30 and 50. Provincial unrest is almost non-existent. We'll see what happens when that unrest goes down completely. Lüneburg have accepted peace with Brunswick. Genoa peasants still occupying that. I'd love to be able to do something about taking Corsica there. Of course, that would just put me in direct conflict with Aragon anyway with that strait, and I can't do anything about it. Another advisor died. That was our army reformer, so our organizer and reformer have died. I wonder who's popped up in their place. Level 2 and 3, 1 fort defense and engineer. What about our other trade efficiency, relations over time, and diplomatic reputation? If I needed one, I could certainly grab another one. Let's get ready to start this annexation. Oh, we need to improve relations before we can do that. Darn it. Let's pull one of these back. We need 190 relationship. I forgot about that. I meant to start that a year early. So that's going to put that off by a short bit. Unless I send him some money. I could do that, I guess. I don't think I could send him enough. Okay, improvements in naval technology. We'll gain 50 diplomatic power at the cost of 0.5 inflation. We can afford that for now. We got sub 1 inflation still. Yeah, it's still only 0.85. Rightful ownership. Of late, one of our subjects has seen fit to remind us of the tensions caused by us owning land which they view as rightly theirs. No, you will not. 15% liberty desire and a opinion change of -50. Ugh, that's bad timing. Lose core on Tugert, loses claim on Tugert, cede Tugert to Jared. Well, I'm about ready to annex them anyway, and that'll give me a +50 to their opinion of me, which means I won't need a. Okay, I guess that was good timing. So Tugeret will now switch over to them, but that gives us a 200, and in 3 months will all start becoming mine anyway. I thought it was bad timing, but actually it's really not a problem at all. 3 months I start the annexation process at the cost of 128 diplomatic power. Now, okay, so the diplomatic power cost went up a little bit. Not a big deal. That puts me back by About a year. What am I gaining? 6 a month? 6 times. So that put me back about a year and a half in my Diplotech. What's my mission reward for completing this mission? Diplomatic reputation of +1. Yeah, useful enough. A month and a half, 45 days. Well, 49 days. Seeing trade embargoes from Austria fly all over the place. Venice and Austria again. We're down to less than a year from completing our castle. That will be our second actual castle other than our capital. Of course, we started with 2, so that's going to give us a decent zone of control over the northern provinces here. 10 days. Annexation shall begin. And that's going to, of course, increase the time of annexation a little bit. What's the province value there? It's only 3 as well, so it's not going to be much time at all. March 63. Oh, okay. Taking a lot longer than I thought, considering there's no development value. 3, 5, and 3 development values. So, bit longer than I expected it to take. And it's costing us 5 diplomatic power during that time, so we're only gaining 1 a month now. Hey! Oh no! We got a new heir, 424. Well, okay, we got 2 new heirs. Which one is first? We have either a really good heir or just an average heir. I'm not sure which. Let's take a look. View my country. So we've got a 133 with a 222 heir. Ugh. I think we had a possibly had a change of our dynasty as well, I think is what happened. So we've got a 133 now, so we're still low on admin. I am going to go ahead and use the national focus now. Because I really need that admin. Well, I should wait till the annexation is done because we're only getting 1 a month right now. That would completely blank out our diplomatic power for a couple years. But I guess, how old is he? 46. Yeah. Well, he wasn't my original heir. My original heir was a 210, something like that. So had to have a dynasty change as well. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a quick bio break. I'm going to keep it running. I'm just going to turn the speed down. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, looks like nothing exciting has happened. Speed back up. Annexation about a quarter complete. Missionary about 50% complete. Which one's going to complete first? I'd really like the missionary to complete after the annexation. June of 63 versus March of 63. Okay, the annexation will be completed first, assuming nothing changes. And with that, that might allow me to get the mission to convert Mazab as well and get 2 done within a 3-month period of time. Venice is being a yo-yo with trading, establishing trade and removing trade versus Austria. Venice has grown fairly well, haven't they? Wow. Venice is going to control the entire east coast of the Adriatic, it looks like here. Until they run into the Ottomans. And then they might... then they might run it... Oh, pardon me. Anyway, then they might run into problems. We're getting close. Okay, I might be able to talk again. Pardon. Still can't get an alliance with them.